I have always strived to treat girls with respect and attribute any odd behavior to hormones. However, after Alina rejected me twice, I realized that I shouldn't throw my life away and rush to her at the first sign of need. Alina and I were close friends during our youth, a type of friendship not every guy could have. We knew each other's secrets, and I always respected and protected her. At the age of 16, I realized that although she was still a girl, she was also incredibly beautiful with her big eyes and radiant smile. I understood that I only occupied the D compartment in her heart, reserved for friendship, while the L compartment was for someone else. When Alina turned 20, she married the brother of her classmate. She visited home less frequently, usually accompanied by her husband, but still maintained regular phone calls. As her friend, I felt proud watching her successfully manage her studies and responsibilities as a wife. Unexpectedly, she posed a strange question one day. "What are you doing next Saturday?" "Vacation. Aren't you graduating? Am I mistaken?" I responded. "No, you're not mistaken," she replied quietly. "Come to prom with me. Everyone will be attending in pairs, and I have no one to go with." "No one to go with? But what about your husband?" I asked in confusion. No husband. At least, not anymore. We're officially separating in a few days," she explained. "I'm listening. Tell me everything," I said, urging her to share. For the next hour, Alina poured out all the differences and conflicts that had accumulated and eventually led to a major fight between them. "Just 3 days ago, we were a family, and today we're just two people packing a suitcase," she lamented. "Please, don't cry," I reassured her, not wanting her to worry. She responded, "Why would I cry? We had our good moments, our fantastic memories, but deep down, we have become completely different individuals. I need someone who is truly different, someone who can listen and understand." My ex mainly listened to himself. Of course he did. Alina remained sad for a while, but after a couple of months, I could see that she was doing much better. She began to infuse color into her life, finding a job and enrolling in fine art classes. Everything changed for her completely. One evening, I gathered the courage to confess my feelings to her, to express that I saw her as more than just a friend. Fear gripped me not only because of the possibility of rejection, but also the fear that she might stop communicating with me altogether to spare my feelings. We went out for a walk, and as we strolled, I attempted to steer the conversation towards a more intimate topic. She nodded in acknowledgement, giving me hope. "I feel like our connection goes beyond just friendship. We've known each other for so long, we know every detail about one another," I ventured. Smiling gently, she replied, "Misha, you're my friend, and you always will be. We have a bond that's like that of siblings." "You're like the twin sister I never had," I said, feeling a hint of disappointment. "You're the only person in the world who truly understands and supports me. I'm incredibly grateful for that," she expressed sincerely. "Isn't there the possibility of something more? Maybe even attraction?" I questioned, my hope dwindling. Misha looked at me with a mix of surprise and confusion. "Misha, what are you saying? We're soulmates, friends. Our connection is beyond anything like attraction. Don't be silly. Our relationship is on a different level." In that moment, it became clear to me that she didn't see me as a potential boyfriend or husband. I accepted it and carried on with my life as usual. I secretly hoped that maybe someday she would realize her feelings for me, but I never imagined what was to come. In the spring, Alina met a man and started a relationship with him. Being her close friend, I was aware of almost every development. Eventually, they got married in the fall, and I danced at their wedding with my friends by my side. Her new husband seemed like a good man, and although our meetings became less frequent, we would still go out for coffee in the middle of the week. Alina didn't protest or show any signs of jealousy, as if she saw me as her twin sister too, and I was content just being present during our brief encounters. Over time, my friend came to my aid multiple times, offering support and introducing me to the right people when I faced work-related challenges. She even loaned me a substantial sum of money when I was in need. In addition, she always gave sound advice. Then, 2 years later, the shocking news came. Alina was filing for divorce. This time, there were tears, screams, and insults. She expressed her disappointment, sharing that her husband had changed. She had put effort into the relationship, going the extra mile, but she felt that he was indifferent. He fulfilled his obligations by providing her salary, fixing things around the house, and taking her on vacations, but there was a lack of care and genuine interest. I didn't fully grasp Alina's intentions, but I comforted her as best I could, offering my support. As time passed after her divorce, I reflected on my own situation. I'm not even 25 yet, and I've already gone through 2 divorces. Maybe I'm doing something wrong. Maybe it's time to listen to my heart instead of relying on logic and prejudice. I understand where you're coming from, Mish, Alina responded. But remember, you're my forever friend, my pillar of support in life's challenges, just as I am yours. I agree, I replied. You've pulled me through tough times, and I'm always here for you. Take your time to think things through. You may need me more than you realize. Alina was quick to dismiss the need for contemplation. There's nothing to think about. Don't take offense, Mish, but you're my friend with a capital F. I'm looking for someone completely different who, well, it's hard to explain, but I trust that you understand. Though I found her reasoning weak, I accepted her decision. After being rejected twice, I decided to let go of any hope for reciprocated feelings. Upon reflection, I realized how well I knew Alina's preferences in food, clothes, and jewelry. We spent countless hours together doing activities we didn't particularly enjoy during our leisure time. We had been through so much together, unseen and unnoticed. Yet, despite it all, I remained devoted. If she couldn't see it, so be it. I deserved my share of the family fortune as well. Meanwhile, Alina's career took off, and she immersed herself in it completely. Our communication dwindled, with little time available for calls or meetings. Eventually, I was sent abroad for a 6-month work assignment, further reducing our contact. Perhaps we had simply grown apart, delving deeper into our own personal struggles. During this time, Alina found solace in the company of another man, and before long, got legally married for the 3rd time. I was unable to attend, so I congratulated them using modern technology. Upon returning to my hometown, I transferred to a different department at work. There, I made new acquaintances, and one girl named Maria caught my attention. I noticed her immediately and waited for an opportunity to introduce myself. After a week, I invited her to a restaurant, and we quickly grew close. We started dating and realized our relationship was serious. Wanting to do something romantic for my girlfriend, I planned a surprise with a beautiful landscape, an expensive hotel, and a ring in the dessert. Maria enthusiastically agreed. As we were finalizing the wedding invitations, I realized I didn't remember Alina's new last name, so I called to clarify. However, I was met with a heartbreaking situation. Alina was in tears and explained that her 3rd marriage was failing just like the previous 2. She felt alone and misunderstood, and her father even asked her not to come home for the 3rd time. Despite my attempts to console her, she abruptly ended the call. I decided to send her an invitation, but she didn't respond or show up. I tried reaching out to her multiple times, but she never answered or returned my calls. Through mutual acquaintances, I learned that her personal life was in a bad place as people were hesitant to enter serious relationships with someone who had been divorced 3 times. It's a shame she didn't listen to my advice in time, but it no longer affects me. I have moved on with my new life.